Oh, they tricked me. I went with the 1, but shit. Cool. Let's double check everything. Make sure that everything's a smooth experience this time around. That's working. Let's check the... Am I live on YouTube or no? What's going on? Usually I get like a link in my chat. Just as I say that, link pops up. Cool. That's looking good. Am I in? Okay. Cool. Okay. Hi. We gotta go make coffee anyways. Oh shit, do I still have my coffee scene? Yeah, I do. Oh, cat. With that 24 months, that's exactly 2 years. Exactly 2 years subscription. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay.
Two hearts emoji. 2 hearts emoji.
2 hearts emoji. Thanks for resubbing for a total of 2 years. That's pretty crazy. First, I'm gonna make coffee, but also I'm gonna give some peanut butter to the girls. And usually I have to pay attention to them when I give it, but we'll risk it today. I just need to find, sorry, I'm out of the shot there. I need to find the 1 Kong I have and the bone. Where's the Kong? I don't know where the Kong is. Oh, it's in my bedroom, I think. Okay. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna see your face. Yay! I'm actually pretty good, surprisingly. This mic is great. I can just go in the other room and hopefully it didn't cut out. Yeah, I'm actually pretty good. I'm gonna rinse this though. Am I still? Yeah. Muffin, beep, beep. She's like, well, I'm standing in front of the peanut butter. That's where I wanna be. Yeah, it's, I think this shit is like confirming. Sorry, I don't know if you've seen my down. Don't push the fucking limits. I'm talking. So she's like, clearly. I gotta clean it first. It's still got some peanut butter from yesterday. I was trying to say, oh yeah, after seeing this video really breaking down how healthy or good for you creatine is, which I was already taking creatine back when I worked out, but I had stopped ever since. See, I'm talking. Usually when I'm doing this, I'm quiet, so they're calm while I prep the peanut butter treat, but because I am talking and they don't know that I'm talking to you, they're like, clearly, he's asking us to start some shit. Oh, yeah, you're talkative now. That's rare. Or that type of talkative is rare, I guess. Because she'll bark at me anytime. But the... I was trying to say, I watched this video breaking down how good creatine is for brain, like for your brain. And there's been more and more research towards that, because the research before was all towards muscles. I used to take creatine when I was working out, and then I stopped working out in April, and I stopped taking creatine with it. I also had some body image issues because creatine makes you, your body retends the water retention. It ups your water retention, so you kind of put on some mass that's not always muscle. And so anyways, I had stopped, but I knew this whole time that creatine was good already just for ADHD even. I already knew that. So I was like, you know, but if I'm not working out, I'm afraid of the body thing, whatever. But then this video, this lady was actually breaking down, normally for your muscles, you take 5 grams of creatine. That's like the average normal quantity. But she was breaking down that for the brain stuff, she takes 10 grams every day. And on like her worst, like her days where she's really like, I don't know, she didn't get sleep and she's super rough, groggy and stuff, she'll take 20. And I was like, damn, like I needed to pull some good shit to get my life together a little bit. I've definitely let myself go quite a bit. And so yesterday I took 10 grams and today I took 10 grams, and I can't even lie if I'm saying it's a night and day difference. So crazy. So the answer, the very long answer is, yeah, I'm good. How are you? I'm more like surprised at the fact that I am good, you know? Because I've been so kind of, fell off type shit. So I used to, they had 2 bones like this, right? And once they eat the shit inside the bone, it's kind of just a bone that's hanging out, and they just fucking slam it across the floor, and it pisses me off, but I was like, I need a good use for them. So I started putting the peanut butter that I give them as a snack inside. But then they broke one of them, like by chewing on it, it snapped, which is a normal thing. So I switched to using a Kong, which ironically, the Kong forever, they didn't like. It was like, I think it was too close to a ball, so they kept trying to make it bounce instead of trying to get what's in it. They literally were just throwing it across the room. But I started using it, and I'm gonna buy a second one because now it is literally their favorite thing. I'm gonna give the Kong, and every day I switch who has the Kong. Muffin gets the Kong today because Mocha had it, I see. You wait. Mocha here. Break! Okay, now we can make coffee. Let me read the messages. Sorry. Hi. Okay, watching your stories had me like, honestly, have some. It's crazy, but I mean, I knew creatine was good, but to see the night and day difference from how bad it's been for the past couple months and how instantly 2 days in a row I am actually on top of my shit, I wouldn't have streamed today normally. Like, I was expecting a full-on crash from all the shit I had to do yesterday using the creatine. And then at like 12:30, well, when I made the story, I was like, actually, I feel like streaming. I don't feel dead. I don't feel like bleh. So if you don't take creatine, I would suggest it. And if you buy creatine though, the important thing, that's one of the, on the fitness side, they make that clear, but get creatine monohydrate, not that brand. I don't give a shit about the brand. But creatine monohydrate, that type of creatine, nothing else. Like, there's a bunch of other types of creatine, but this one, get creatine monohydrate. Because all the other ones don't, like, based on all the research, they don't have the same level of effectiveness, which if you're gonna take creatine, you want it to be the monohydrate. It hydrates once. Monohydrate. Okay, let's fucking make this coffee so I can be at the computer. I already have the coffee out. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy. Today we're just gonna do a chatting sesh. We're just gonna hang out, you know? Just vibe. Doing okay, just procrastinating. That's okay. I mean, shit, having to work on, what's today, 30th? Yeah. I get it. Okay. Hi. All right. I technically had and did not have breakfast at the same time. I had some some peanut butter toasts, but they were my morning snack, not my breakfast, which is not the same. Usually my breakfast is like nice cereal bowl. But because I had that, I'm like, I don't feel like having cereal. One of the things that is like, from me completely letting myself go, is for the past month, if not 2 months, I've been having breakfast at 4 p.m. Yikes, you know? Literally from this, I don't feel like it. That's always been the everyday. Just, yeah, but I don't feel like it yet. I would have my coffee way before. But I would make coffee and I'd be like, oh, I'll eat breakfast later. And I was just eating at 4, like breakfast at 4 and then dinner at 7:30 or 8 p.m. I don't know. It's been weird. Okay. I was just talking last night. I feel like I just had a deja vu. That's weird. I was just talking last night about back in the day when we would all play proximity chat. Oh my God. Hell yeah. Among Us. I think I saw the other day, like, you know, the follow-up game to Among Us was like Duck Duck Goose. And I saw the other day was probably a month or 2 ago, I guess. They had an update and I was like, they're still keeping this game up to date. Like, Are people still playing Among Us and Duck Duck Goose? I mean, honestly, kudos to Among Us because they created a whole genre. Like this game from this small studio, I guess that genre probably existed, but the way they did it has been recreated so many times. I didn't. I want to. I have to cut my hair, but I only have dull scissors. I would have. I shaved my face 2 days ago, and the goal was to cut my hair at the same time, but all my scissors are dull. So I could not. Otherwise I would have, because they're actually a little too long. I wanna trim a little bit. I feel a bit homeless at times when I walk, especially when I had the beard. Like, I feel like I'm letting myself, well, I let myself go a lot, so. It feels like it is honestly a million years ago. It's like, man, I don't know, it's so many things have changed. So many, life is just so wild. I was kind of reminiscing. Well, I guess it's normal at the end of the year. I was reminiscing to, like, just looking back at my, not content itself, but some of my approaches to content, even with this stream. So, okay, the thought that I was realizing is, I was thinking back to some older stuff and like, I was thinking about to the anniversary of, like my anniversary of streaming or content creation, and thinking about how like I celebrate it every year with everyone, but it's weird because it's just my thing, you know? Like the whole shtick is, this isn't about, pretty much this weird realization of what is about me or just what is a vibe. Like stream, I think just a vibe. In my head now, currently, the whole point of a stream is just to create a space. It's not even about me, you know? I'm just there. I happen to be the entertainer or the facilitator. I participate in the conversation and also guide it and, you know, like moderator? Well, ironically, I don't moderate, but yeah, instead of being like, I am the streamer. But so looking back, I was like, oh, it's interesting how at different times, there's been times where I was like, this is my achievement, you know, I'm doing this. Whoa, I'm the streamer. And now I'm like, I just want it to be a good space. Like now it's more about what it creates, not what it does for me, you know, in a way. That might be a little too meta. I don't know. It's just my thoughts. This song I don't like, but I'm not at the computer yet to switch it. Sorry. But whatever. Hi, Baba. So the problem with the Kong and Bone difference is the Kong takes way longer to lick. That's why they get it one day at a time, one each, because the other one gets to stare at the one that has the Kong and be like, even though they have the exact same amount of peanut butter. It's just that it's so much easier to lick off the bone than it is to lick off the Kong. I just have to buy a second one. I went to the store yesterday and they were really expensive. Like, stupid expensive. To a point where I was like, there's no way they're that expensive, like on Amazon or some shit. Glad for this space. Totally not for nefarious reasons. My brain's like, wait, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. I missed it. Or it's because there's so many ways this could be nefarious reasons. Like if it's relating to Quinn, if it's relating to chaos, if it's relating to, I don't know, trolling me, torturing me, enjoying all that. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many different nefarious reasons. They're so confused that I'm talking out loud. I am really quiet all the time. Unless I'm talking to them, obviously. But they get like, it makes it bad when I'm trying to record audio because suddenly I'm talking out loud. So they're like, clearly he wants us to go jump him. And I'm like, no, literally, I need you to stop fucking moving. Be meta sounds like every other stream. Fair. I do cut my own hair, yeah. I pulled off this trick from like TikTok 2020. I literally tie a ponytail and I cut. Like I create a certain length which is usually my fist, and I cut at the bottom of it, and it just cuts my hair altogether. I need to go to a hairdresser eventually, because the thing I don't do when I'm doing this trick is I'm not thinning my hair. So it's really heavy. Like I have a lot of hair at the back, much more than at the top or front. Just like the layers, because I don't know how to fucking thin out layers. So I need to go to a hairdresser eventually for that part. Because I like my haircut. I like the way the hair looks, but when it's so puffy at the back, it's a bit... Okay, wait. I just gotta fill this up with water and I'll be at the desk. Sorry, there was a piece of something. Muffin's all cozy with her Kong. That's why I want to buy a second Kong. This is, compared to how they didn't like the Kongs before, because they just thought it was a fucking toy, and they were just throwing it across the room. Like now that they understand, it's almost like I prepped them for the Kong by having them lick the peanut butter inside of the bone first. So by the time they had the Kong, they were like, oh, I'm just gonna do what I do with the bone. And now I see the real benefit. I never experienced how long dogs can lick on a Kong until now. That shit's heaven. They could be going at it for 40 minutes. Even though, like, it's, I don't know, it's a normal amount of peanut butter. It's pretty great. Tiring for them, stimulating for them. So now I'm gonna buy a second one. Okay, coffee done. Let's go back to this desk. Ooh, ooh. Without tripping. You're good. And I'm gonna somewhat pay attention behind me because, sorry, sometimes it turns into the battle of, can I steal it from you? Myself an amazing reverse bob. What's a reverse bob? But that's what that does, that trick, right? Because it is technically a bob, but it's not straight. It does a, I don't know. Anyways, let's switch mics. Hi. Sorry, that might have been loud. It was loud in my ears. Come on. Okay. Okay. If I missed any messages, by all means. Oh, you're cult. Right. That's the nefarious reasons. Gotcha. I should never take that first sip so soon after making it. One, it's never that good because it always has to cool a little bit. But also it burnt my throat just now. What the fuck is on my mug? Did I have like peanut butter on my hand? Maybe. Okay. Long hair in 2011, I put it in a ponytail and chopped it off. Yeah, so that's what it does. It gives a bob. Literally, surfer hair is a bob. It's a bob cut. Because it's just, I just do this and then I get like the wavy, and it just kind of waves down nice. And then because my hair is wavy, I can just push it to the back. But if I were to bring it to the front, like separate, it's a bob. It's almost like I have to go to a hairdresser and I never know how to explain the surfer cut. So I have to say like a bob cut. That'd be weird. The problem as a guy is like, there's a good, here, it was the first time I've actually seen like decent barbers-ish. Usually the fucking barbers for guys is always the fucking, you know, you got to fade on the sides and it's all short hair. And I went to see them once, the barber like nearby. And I was like, hey, do you know how to deal with long hair? And they were like, not really. And I was like, okay, cool, fuck you then. Shit. Had they known, I would have gone to them probably, but and I'm not looking for a hairdresser otherwise. I used to go to the exact same hairdresser, like back in Montreal, I used to go to the same hairdresser for years, probably like a decade. I feel like I was actually thinking about her like not so long ago, and I was wondering if she, because out of the blue I stopped going to see her, but it's because I left. I didn't need no haircut from her anymore. I was gone from there. But to her, I never reached out as a client. I just went one last time. I was like a regular. Well, I would go like every 4 months, 6 months, but you know, regularly. Oh, it's a stand-up desk. So I just pressed the button. That's the magic I did. Hi, baby.
Stop.
Hi, Mocha. What? No, she's not done with it. Sorry. Mocha's trying to get some Levins. Come here. Hi. She's just out of frame. The problem with the Levins is she just wants butt scratches. So she's like trying to guide my hand every way she can to scratch her ass. And then she likes it. It's so funny when they do like the little hind legs taps. Like she likes it. Oh. Okay, that one triggered her enough that she ended up chasing our tail for a second. All right. And the other one's jealous. She's like, I'm vibing with my Kong, but you're giving attention to my sister. I jealous. Okay. Did I? Cool. I need to go see my hairstyle. I suppose it's going to cost. Yeah, they're so expensive too. Give myself an amazing. Oh, right. I read that. So faded, but it's such a long process. Yeah. Honestly, to this day, I still have to thank Mai for the blonde spray. If it wasn't for telling me about it the first time and sending me one, actually, and now that I buy it all the time, like I use that spray to this day, and I don't think I'm blonde enough right now. I got to use it more. Yeah, it's a lightning spray. Ooh, mistake. Oh, Muffin dropped it from the couch. Mocha said, let me get this shit. You can take it. Somehow she brought it to me. She doesn't usually do that. Go lick it. And now Muffin's like, hey, fuck you. That was mine. To me, that's how it works. They can't steal it from the other one, but if they give it up, then the other one has every right to go, which is the law between dogs. And then I try to facilitate the trade by like saying, hey, you want the bone? So, here's the bone. Okay. Yeah. Right. So it's at least the trade of what they had, but nah, it's always a standoff for who's going to have the Kong. Okay. Hi, Annie. Yeah. So the blonde spray is a lightning spray. You use it after washing your hair. Ah. It's her turn with it. You dropped it. You dropped it. Those bells sounded like the Futurama bells. Finders keepers. Yeah, so it's like, well, between dogs, it's a real thing. That's why they bury things. So if a dog drops something but doesn't bury it, it really means I don't care. Like, oh, okay, anyone could grab it. And when they bury, it's because they want to put it aside, but they don't want someone else to have it, another dog to have it. So every time, like if it's a drop, I try to be the one to be like, you know, Muffin. Like right now, Muffin's trying to go in Mocha's face to be like, I want it back. Muffin, hey. Hey. I guess it worked. You fucking bully. Take it then. Take the fucking Kong. You won. Get it. Shithead. She successfully bullied Mocha, which shouldn't happen. Yeah, hopefully they don't start fighting. Like I said, usually I pay attention to them when I give them those, but right now we're streaming. Just happens to not be at work and I can actually pay attention. Nice. Well, don't worry if you don't have to, if you can't pay attention, you know? If you end up being like, actually, I'm going to wash the dishes or whatever. Okay. I guess my dog don't give a fuck. Well, like, if you have... Aww. It's so ironic because it's a pretty melancholic song. Well, from the piano, right? Mocha brought me a toy. It's cute. It's a sign of love.
Cheer 100 woot. Say goodbye to the roller coaster that was 2025.
Definitely was a fucking roller coaster. With mostly falling, but not the fun screaming kind. The bad screaming kind. The falling upside down, I guess. Amanda, thank you for the 100 bits. And that is absolutely true. Let's say goodbye to that friggin' year. I was saying something. I don't know what I was saying. Very bad. Yeah, it is the very bad screaming kind. Ow, it's the one that makes your head hurt. Okay. It's one thing to bring a toy. So Mocha's new favorite game, which is really cute because it's so much easier to play it. It's called Control. That's kind of the name. It's similar to Tug, but on a very light version. So it's that she'll bring me a toy, and the job is I have to hold on, but so will she. And we're literally tugging with this much strength. We're just going back and forth like this. And it's just a game of control. Kind of the same as when you see two dogs holding on to one stick, but they're not trying to rip it from the other one's mouth, right? They're just like... So it's literally that. It's just light little tug back and forth. I give, I pull, I give, I pull. She does the same. It's cute. Okay, now she's actually tugging. Hey. I took him on a long fucking walk today, and a walk in places that we haven't been since the summer. So they're supposed to be tired because they were stimulated from all the sniffing. I get to end mine with a $900 for your van. Fuck. God damn. Yeah, it's still pricey to have a fucking car. I haven't turned on my bike since the summer. Also, my insurance, I haven't paid it since September. It's like, it's not bad, but it just means I can't go on the road until I pay for insurance. For once, Mocha tricked Muffin. Muffin wanted the toy that Mocha had, so she gave up on the Kong. And now Mocha's got the Kong. Wow. This is like a role reversal, because usually the tricking happens the other way around. Grateful to have one, but I don't like it. Wait, for the... Oh, the car? Yeah. A way of always fucking up. Yeah. Still paying alone, so I kind of need to make it all work. Super close to getting some art prints made it. Oh. All right, if you play, don't break shit. They will break shit. They've been going a bit hard. One up you, unfortunately, I have to buy a new to me car. Oh, your car's dead? Damn. Well, so are you like scrapping it? You can't crash or get pulled over. Me? No, I illegally can't. Well, I guess, yeah, I can't get pulled over. Which technically is a common thing to do for motorcyclists. Everywhere. Because the idea is, first of all, you need a specific type of cop car to catch up to us if we really want. Cop cars have no chance against a motorcycle. They would have to be like the every other external factor has to be in their favor. That being said, I haven't run from the cops ever because I usually just ride smart. Doesn't mean I don't ride fast. I just ride smart. 22K auto loan. Damn. I mean, that's pricey though. If I was getting a car, like same when I got my motorcycle, 12K was my range. I think my motorcycle cost me 12. Well, was 12 or 13, and I'm still doing payments now. But like that was a range I would accept. Same for a car. Like I would do not, I would just get like a less new, but still like new-ish, right? Hi, Big Daryl. How you doing? You need some advice? I got you. Hopefully not too heavy though, but we'll try it out. 2008, so although it looks impeccable. Okay, but 2008, you know what's crazy? My last car, wait, was it a 2008 or 2003? No, it was a 2008. My last car was a Civic 2008 that I bought, I want to say in 2018? No, 2017? For 5K. So how the fuck is that? 22K for a 2022 old car. Like, I mean, 2022 is not old for a car. That's definitely, yeah. Okay, wait. Really sorry to hear that. Got any friends who know cars that can help? That's so cool. Big, in discussion for the spring. Nice. Look at you go. Oh. Oof. All right. If you're serious, I don't think it's the right as in, I'm not the right person to give you the answer you might be looking for, because my answer is be honest. But that's because I got cheated on. So, you know, if it's a serious question, I'm sorry, but my answer is own up. And I'm also someone who was in family wrecked by adultery, so, and other things. But in every case, I promise you, the right way to handle it is the honest owning up to shit. Not fucking, I mean, if you get bribed, so here's the thing, right? If it's a real situation and your son would be saying to buy some things, you're doing two wrong things. And that's just my take, right? You can think whatever you want. You'd be doing two wrong things, which is one, keeping a secret, and two, you'd be encouraging him in the sense that you would be teaching him that blackmail is okay. You know? So both on your own decisions of life, but also on the lessons you kind of want to instill in someone. If you're teaching them that bribing works, you know? So there you go. If it was a serious inquiry, my answer to you is own up, be honest. And also tell your son that it's not okay to bribe. But it is correct to pressure you to be honest. On my card, okay, wait. I'm sorry to hear that. I so wanted my car to make it to voting age. Yeah, cars don't fucking make it that long. Hell no. Like now, if I was shopping for a car, which I was at some point, because I don't even ride the motorcycle, regardless of like, I haven't turned it on since the summer, but literally because I have dogs, I barely get to go ride the bike because it means I'm leaving them here. And if I had a car, I could take them and go on hikes and shit. And I don't think I would get a car, nothing older than 10 years, always. Because after that, you just end up with a bunch of issues. I had two cars and they were both used cars. I bought the 2008 in 2017, so I was 9 years old. And my first car was a 2002 that I bought in 2012, actually. So it was 10 years old. That was like my rule. Just at 10 years is the cap. And I wrecked the first one. Okay. Market for used cars. Yeah, the market for everything is insane. Like not everything. Well, yeah, but used cars and used bikes. It's crazy. Like I want to sell my bike, kind of. Hence the whole looking at cars things. And it's not like I think I could sell it because the markets are weird. Little dog sounds. Yeah, I mean, I hear them all the time. The fucking that's all the time. The little scratching is more annoying, and the furniture hitting the walls is also more annoying. Okay. Myself, the other woman there. Not with the other woman there. No. This is no. You honestly, you tell your wife yourself, and just between the two of you, and then from there. Actually, you know what? There's a really good. Two books, right? Not that you should read both books completely before you do this, because I think honesty is more of a rush. But Attached is a book, and Fight Right is a book, and those two books are relationship books. And really good in terms of learning communication in that type of situation. And I ended up reading both books when I was getting cheated on because communication was a fucking issue. So this needs to be a conversation just between you and your wife. And whatever information after that is up to you and her. Like, if she wants to know who the other person is, then you can introduce, but you don't do it with the other person there. And you got to deal with your son. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't want kids. And I don't know. Like, I understand how some people could be afraid of their children. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have too much of a fight personality, not physically fight, but a trauma response fight, that I don't let anyone fucking have one up on me. Hell no. They don't get to. Or maybe I'm just too much of a Capricorn. That works too. Then in 2021. Wow. I mean, that's great though. It's 2016? Oh, okay. Get a sidecar so they can... No, because the thing about a sidecar, first of all, it makes riding really awkward. Second of all, dogs. Like a motorcycle is a big risk, right? When I ride a motorcycle, I'm putting my life on the line every single time. I'm 80% more likely to die than the average person. Literally, every time I hop on the bike. And I think statistically, I am... Fuck, there's another stat for literally dying of brain trauma. Like, pretty much, yeah. But generally, you're 80% more likely to die on the road the second you're on a motorcycle. So I wouldn't want the dogs on there. Even if it's like a sidecar, first of all, I wouldn't trust them to not jump. Also, it's pretty scary having the wind come at you. Like, they like the wind in a way, but that's, you know, that's, yeah. Oh yeah, birthday is coming up. It's in 2 weeks and a half. It's on the 16th, January 16th. Apparently, compared to all the other times the past 2 years where astrology said that Capricorns were going to catch a break, apparently now we're catching a break. I don't know about that, all right? The last 2 years that we're supposed to be catching a break, they haven't been a fucking break. It is on a, I think it's on a day of the week that is, right? Let me check my, let's check the calendar. I don't know the dates. If it is a day where I would stream, probably, yeah. Where's my calendar? There. No, it's a Friday. Well, I'll probably be streaming like the Thursday and the Saturday, so. Look at your rising sign. Wait, but, okay, which one's your fucking... Your sun is the one you're born in, like the month. Sun, rising, moon, right? Or are you saying like, are cancers fucked? Is that what's happening? Oh, I have my birthday chart. I literally have my birthday chart saved as a text document right here. Like, actually have the whole thing. Yeah, I'll just show you my... Oh, well, okay, my camera's in front of it, but wait. Hold on, one second. I just want to make sure I'm not... Because I have my emails and calendar in the back, so I want to close that first. Because I'm going to unblock the view. Text. Here. I literally have it saved from having done it. And then I don't know what the fuck it means, but usually I just drop that shit in an AI and I'll go, hey, break that shit down for me. But yeah, I have the whole thing. Because I kept having to go back and be like, oh fuck, I don't know, is my moon this or thing that? So yeah. I have that shit. Alright, let me put it back where it goes. Earth sign, you know it. I'm friggin' Capricorn, Cancer. Didn't mean to link something. Oh, did it link to astro.com? I don't see the link on my end. Like, I see the typing, but I don't see it as a link. Don't click it, anyone. Sun is the time frame? Gotcha. So is Cancer fucked? Is that why every time the predictions have been that Capricorn we're gonna get a break, Cancer was the one countering it? Virgo Sun, Libra Moon, Sagittarius Rising. God damn. I honestly don't know enough about all the other signs. I mostly know about everything that concerns me, which is mostly just Capricorn, Cancer. I don't know the rest of my shit. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I forget. Scorpio Sun, so you know I'm insane. No, Scorpios aren't that bad. In my experience, Scorpios are chill. They're quiet. They're like, the Scorpios I know... No, you know what? There was one Scorpio that was shady. It was shady. It was like not insane, but kind of like secretly shady. Not even mean, just secretly shady. No, the sign I don't vibe the most is Geminis. Ironically, I really click well with a Gemini when they're, I don't know, on one half of their personality.
And then when it's the other fucking half, I actually don't even know what my best friend is. Chris is born. What's his zodiac? Hey. No barking. What's his zodiac? He's a Scorpio. Oh, hey, Scorpios are great. My best friend of all time is a Scorpio. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that, actually. Wait, oh, no. He's a Libra. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. Scorpio was the next one in the. I didn't notice the order they were putting, because that's the one that got highlighted. Fuck you, Google, for tricking me. It's not Scorpio. He's a Libra. Makes sense. Okay. No clue about any of my things. I feel left out. I don't know my thingies. So look it up. It's not that hard. Just look up birth chart. There's so many different sites. Just don't use the sites that want to fucking email. The sun is core identity. Life direction, conscious self. Yeah, like the moon. One of them is how people perceive you, right? Or the other one is how you perceive yourself too. Moon sign is the emotional world, nervous system, instincts, and the rising is basically how do I meet the world. There you go. So the rising has a big impact, but people over-identify with the sun sign. True. I mean, I do experience a lot of what Capricorns experience. So I definitely understand way more like the Capricorn plus Cancer combination, the emotional behind the, not order, but, you know, allegedly, I'm Aries, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Leo, Rising. Haven't done the full chart. Gotcha. Yeah, all you need to know is like where you're born, right? What time and what place. I'll double check mine. I have ages ago. Yeah. Do you want me to link the website? CoStar. Yeah, don't trust an app, I think. So many. I'm just me. Scorpion moon, Aries sun, Scorpion moon. Aries are chill. I think Aries I like click with on a intense. I had an ex that was an Aries and we were like fire meets fire. You know? Like good, but also bad. That's my take on Aries. Or I guess the Aries combination. Aries Capricorn combination, I think. Capricorn. I don't know enough Capricorns, which ironically, I got a video on my TikTok like 2 days ago, being someone like, I want to fucking meet Capricorns. Where are you guys hiding? And my answer instantly was home. And I read the comments and every single answer was home. So, no wonder I don't have many other like Capricorn IRL friends. But I click so well with Capricorns. Like to the point where if someone tells me they're a Capricorn person, I'm instantly like, oh, hey, we're gonna vibe then. Okay. Taurus sun, Leo moon, rising here. Gotcha. Whoa. Taurus. No wonder. No wonder my. Gotcha. As far as I know, my combination with Taurus is like conflict free. So no wonder this works. No wonder there's not like a clash, you know? I mean, I don't clash with anyone here as far as I know, but it's one of those. That's the other sign I don't know enough people. I don't know enough Tauruses, even though that's one of the signs that I'm supposed to click really well with, which in my experience has been true. And Capricorns. Okay. CoStar's AI powered. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, CoStar was already bad even when it wasn't. I think it was like too much of the blanket bullshit. Like surface me. Let's find his Aries. She gets hot but cools down fast. Yeah. New Yorker. Oh. There's also a difference between March Aries. Is that like? Hey, why not? It's Christmas. Well, no, it's not Christmas anymore. It's the holidays. I'll let it play. Also, a difference between March Aries, April Aries. Ah, well, my ex was an April Aries. That was in college. You have Taurus been on here. Oh, is there more Tauruses on here? That would be an interesting. That one gets used in sidereal astrology. What is that? Also, I didn't see the message from Sativa. There's also a school of thought that there are 2 extra signs that should be used. Oh. Huh. Is there, but what's the school of thought? Because astrology was based on observation of the stars, right? Like, actually. So are we ignoring some stars? Or it's kind of the same theory as like when people say there should be a 13-month and they would all be equal. But it's like the reason things are as they are was because of the, as far as I know, astrology or astronomy. Sorry. Not astrology. Astronomy was the cause of like what was like which month ended when and how many and all that, right? I refuse to acknowledge it because it would move you from Scorpio. Well, there you go. Yeah. All the daughters in March Aries can confirm this huge difference. Wow. I feel like I was gonna get up to to fix my couch. Those fuckers wrecked it. Multiple times a day I do this shit. Well, you're not the only Virgo I click with. I don't know if you are here. My mom's a Virgo. My ex was a Virgo. But my mom's a Virgo. I click well with Virgos. I don't know why, actually. I feel like there's a reason, but aren't they a water sign? Virgo is water or earth? I don't know. No, they're earth, I think. Partner you live with. Huh? Earth. Oh, okay, yeah, that's why then. That was why. Oh, those girls. They're supposed to be fucking tired, man. Come on. It's like they both will get a spur of, like a spike of energy, even though I did the stuff to tire them out, but it's like a short spike. And I think it's them fighting the tired instead. Because they get pretty chaotic literally at this time. 2 to 2:45. And then 3 o'clock, they finally give in to the tired that I caused prior to noon. And then like at 4:30, I'll go for their next walk when they like wake up from sleeping from 3 o'clock onwards. It's every day. I think that's the phase we're in, the fighting the tired. Okay, wait. Aquarius and manage it a ride to find people who can handle it. Huh. I guess. I was going to say I don't know many water signs, but wait, Gemini is water sign, right? Which I would understand if Aquarius is anything. Like if water signs kind of always have, if they all have that. Wait, the main ones are tropical and sidereal astrology. Sidereal? Some signs change indeed. Tropical aligns with the earth seasons. Okay, Muffin, just go lay down. Yeah, she's fighting the tired. She like lays down, gets up. Lays down, gets up. Now she laid down on my feet. She's gonna get up in 2 minutes max. Never mind, 2 seconds is what I got. Oh, shit. Okay. Earth seasons with the sidereal accounts for the Earth precession. Astronomically more accurate. Stars by the sun, but in sidereal, the rising sign is always the one you look for, not the sun sign. Pisces, very much the definition of one in every possible way. Gotcha. Gemini's air. Oh, air. Huh. Hi. Aquarius is air as well. Wait, Aquarius is air? I thought that Aquarius literally sounds like aquarium. Isn't it a fucking fish? Oh, I didn't know that. For the all over India. That's crazy. Cancer is water? I thought it was earth. The fuck is that? Oh no, Taurus is the third Earth, right? It's Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I don't know. That one was weird. I thought Sagittarius was water. Aquarius was water. I like how this whole like half hour or something has been just talking about astrology. Hey, by the way, if you're here, that's pretty much all we're getting up to. Not astrology specifically, but we're just chatting today. We're just ending the year with a little hangout sesh, you know? Just for completion, Libra is the third air sign. I was gonna say Libra is a fucking... What the fuck? Okay, wait. So the air signs are Libra, Aquarius, and you said the other one, I think, right? Aquarius. Oh, Gemini. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Libra is in the same category as Gemini? What? If there's two signs I feel are not alike... What? That feels so odd. Because, like, so far, all the earth signs are kind of similar-ish. All the... I guess I didn't know the fucking right water signs. But I didn't... It feels so different. Libras and Geminis? That feels like two fucking ends of the spectrum. Like, every Libra I know is chill as fuck. Every Gemini I know is crazy. Insatiable is a good word for every Gemini I know. It's like they'll be happy with a piece for 2 minutes. And then they need to switch it again. They need to flip the whole world upside down again. Because standing still is the worst. And Libras have been chill. Just happy. Peace. Parents are both Gemini. Woo! And you're Libra. God damn. Pretty alike, really. Apparently this Chinese New Year is a big deal. Ah, yeah, because restarting, right? Yeah. It's my favorite on TikTok when people say, hey, astrology fucks. Roast me based on my chart? Oh, god damn. Really? I have to come in. When he's coming for us, Gemini? I would be coming out of Gemini all the fucking time, okay? My experience with Geminis has been hot and cold, but always cold. You have the elements on one hand, and then each of them mutable, fixed, or cardinal. God damn. Usually the chill ones. Really? Wait, what makes one mutable, fixed, or cardinal? Is it for each? So are you saying someone could be mutable Libra and fixed Libra? Or is it like one of the three is mutable, one is fixed, one is cardinal? Way more about my human design chart than my signs. I used to know that too. I didn't save that one though. Back when we used to do all the tests on here. Damn. I went back to the test that made me know I had ADHD, if anyone here remembers, when like long time ago, after the infamous words when I said, I don't have ADHD, everyone's like that. I'm not like that. Like, and then we did the tests online, and my test result were, you should look for a professional, not just like, oh, you might have it. I was like, you score severely. You should seek professional help. And I redid that test to be like, I wonder if it would still very much still said the exact same shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe ADHD light? You remember those streams? Hell yeah. Fixed are Taurus. Wait. Okay. Fixed are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Okay. And then Cardinal, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Cardinals love being active. Yes and no. It better be good activities. I like doing nothing. But I guess. Wait. Oh, so is that where I was confusing it? Instead of the fact that they're... So not my top three is not 3 earth signs, but they are 3 cardinal signs. Capricorn, Cancer, Cancer. Maybe that's what I was confusing. I need to make a new compilation. No, you don't. It's fine. So adamant for a while. Yeah, I mean, every time I see those clips, I'm like, I was so blind. It's such a weird thing after the years, because it's been, what, I was 27 when I first actually got my diagnosis. And I'm about to turn 31. And I was thinking, like, it's so insane to consider how I was raw dogging life. Because right now, even though I am medicated, even though I know about my ADHD, I struggle so fucking hard. I don't know how the fuck I went 27 years without that, without even the meds. How the fuck did I survive anything? I feel like I'm barely surviving now. Okay, wait. Cardinal, and then... Wait. So did you say... Fixed, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Cardinal. Okay, gotcha. And then... Hold up. I'm just scrolling to make sure I'm seeing every... I wouldn't say... Fuck me. Every time there's a new message, my chat goes back down. I wouldn't say I'm chill. I'm the opposite of chill. They medicate me to make me chill. Oh, shit. Need a boost of... I remember you saw the minute. Does it also depend on which house the sign falls into? Don't know what that is. Gonna have to do that for 2026. And on my Myers-Briggs? Yeah, we did literally every personality test. Myers-Briggs, human chart, the like birth chart, the Enneagram, whichever's the one with like the 5 personalities. We've done them all. And ironically, to this day, I always forget. I haven't forgotten my Enneagram. Those I never forget because they really hit. Especially with the songs and shit. They really hit the heart. So I'm unable to forget those. But every other thing, I always forget what my Myers-Briggs is. No, Myers-Briggs is the one with the letters. I am INFPT. Never mind, I can't forget it. Also the same as Einstein, I believe. I don't know. Okay, wait. Okay. It's embarrassing as I actually knew the tests that were using the test. Oh, it's funny because I went, fuck me. I need my chat to stop doing that. It's funny because I went to go get tested to see if I was on the spectrum. Being told that you have ADHD. Huh. Well, I mean, it's odd that you would know exactly the tests. Like when I did, because I took a bunch of tests online to figure it out, right? We did the one that said like, hey, you have severe ADHD. And then I was like, okay, maybe. And I tried it with a bunch of other tests and every test kind of actually said it. And I was like, okay, you know, and we're not talking like BuzzFeed tests or we were on some good website with like research-based quizzes. Cardinal signs like to initiate activity. Ah. And you want to be the one who controls what they do. When we're like, yeah. That's accurate then. Next up, the house come into play. But that is way too complex. Is it? Wait. Way too complex to explain over text in the chat. What about mutable signs? My astrology friend tried to explain houses. I mean, that's what I use AI for. I literally have an AI chat that I could pull up now where it breaks down my shit because I tossed in my chart and I was like, make sense of this, please. Break it down for me. I don't understand it. And I know it's not bullshitting because it's just reading a file, you know? It's not like coming up with shit. Sometimes wonder if I'm just picking up the ADHD tendencies of my friends. Oh, 100%. You're saying you don't have it, but you pick it up because you're with them? Well, so there's a difference between tendencies and disability, right? So I think the big focus about ADHD, the same reason why I went to get a full diagnosis, is because understanding the disability part. Like, oh, getting sidetracked? Sure. All right. You know? But executive dysfunction as a whole, you don't pick that up from someone, you know? That shit's bad. It's hard to deal with. All the ways that this disability actually affects my life are the ways that I don't think it's so That's where you would do that. That's where you could see the difference for yourself. You know, if it's just like, haha, short attention span, sure. Social media hasn't helped that for everyone. But if you have some of the actual downsides of the disability itself, then that's when you're not picking that up from friends, you know. Okay, wait. I know I'm a little behind. I'm trying to catch up on messages. Sorry. My astrology friend. Oh, okay. I read that. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just picking up for real. You're really doing those tests out there. Yeah, mutables are more adaptable in general and tend to like change. I'm more okay with endings than fixed signs. You know, oh, then fixed, right. I was going to say I'm cardinal because I was going to say Capricorns are pretty good with endings. Because we shut that shit down. But yeah. No, because I used to administer them as research assistant. Oh, the quizzes. Ah, gotcha. Okay. You're valid. That's why I only explain one concept at a time. Also, the question is always what one wants to do with the knowledge. Because one doesn't need to know. Oh, true. I used to test measure the cognitive abilities of patients. That's so sick. That's interesting. I was assessed and diagnosed in university, and I definitely wouldn't have finished without finding out. For real, it's like, I don't understand how I raw dogged life. How the fuck did I do everything I did? Including, like, all the social media shit working out happened while I wasn't aware that I had this condition. So, like, every big success I put together, I somehow did without knowing that big-ass disability that I was fighting, you know? Until I knew it. And then ever since, I feel like I'm barely, like, handling life. So that's why it feels like, how the fuck did I do it before? But I think it's because before I used to gaslight myself instead. That's a take, too. Like, instead of, oh, this is my disability, I was just like, oh, I fucking suck. Let's not suck. And then I would just gaslight myself into, like, don't be a fucking lazy. Don't be blah, blah, blah. Don't do this shit. That's you fucking loser. Sorry, but some of my old thoughts prior to knowing there's a reason why I'm like this. I was assessing that. Oh, wait, I read that. Without finding out and getting accommodations and funding. I wish I had the accommodations back in school. I mean, I was good at school anyways. That's the problem and good thing at the same time. I was really good at school. All up until college, school was easy as shit. I never studied, barely did homework. Because my brain just registered all the information without me paying attention. That was the best. I could literally sleep in a class and answer questions. Like, I would sleep. The teachers would be like, please don't sleep. And I'd be like, don't worry, I got you. And then I would sleep. They'd ask a question. I would raise my hand, wake up, answer the question, go back to sleep. And they were like, okay. I somehow registered all that information. Up until college, shit was easy. And then college was when some of the stuff became challenging, and I never learned to study because everything was so easy. So I was a bit fucked there. And that's where having some accommodations could have been useful, I guess. Like the extra time you would get for a test. As much as, literally, if I was allowed to have, like, extra time for a test, let's say, I don't know, they would give an extra hour to people with a known disability, it wouldn't have changed anything. I filled every single test I ever filled within the last 15 minutes I had. Like, no matter how long. It's a 3-hour long test. I'm going to do it in 15 minutes at the exact last 15 minutes. I have 1 hour. That's still the same case. I'm going to sleep. I actually used to sleep during tests and then wake up and be like, how long? All right, cool. Let's fucking do this. And I needed that rush because otherwise I was just bored. So had they accommodated some of it, I still wouldn't have taken advantage of it. Because still, I mean, like, sorry, hold on. I'm going to read and then I'll tell this tangent my brain's going on. Got to be caught up on the lore. It's only fair. Wait. What's the only fair thing? Annie, some of us are new to the community. What did Annie say? Dang it. I'm like trying to catch up. Annie, you should. Oh, the for the edit. Gotcha. Only fair. I know because I used to test. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing stuff. Probably because doing all the social content, etc., you interests you. Yeah, like I mean, there was always passion. That's what got me to do anything. Like there was always a drive, which has been missing. Hence why I barely have created anything. I really appreciate this little group. Yeah, learned so much. Hell yeah. Honestly, like streaming is weird, but just as I started at the beginning of the stream, like the thing about streaming, or my take on it now, is that it's not about like me being a streamer. It is about creating a space. And I'm a fucking nerd that knows random ass shit, and somehow I also attract some of those nerds that know random ass shit, and we know different shit and similar shit, and it just clicks. I like creating that space. I'm just happy with that now. It's not about me, which is why I'm barely creating content, because it feels like content's about me, and I don't feel strong towards that. And I feel like conflicted, because I'm like, well, it's hard to create a fucking space. I don't know. It feels like you have to pitch something. Yeah, it's a whole shtick. Okay, I had a tangent. I'm gonna read these. And then I'm gonna try to remember my tangent. Life story right there. I still don't know how to study. Yeah, because I listen and retain info. Yeah, I wish I had known how my brain works exactly, and remembers like it does now. I would have been so much better. Exactly. Had I known. That's always been my answer to my mom when she was like, I'm sorry for not getting you diagnosed. Turns out teachers told her when I was really, really young. They told her, hey, your kid probably has ADHD. But because I was really smart, like they, at the same time as they told her I probably had ADHD, they were also offering for me to go up a year. And the reason I didn't is because she didn't want me to get bullied, because I was already getting bullied enough within my normal grade. So she didn't want me to get fucking bullied by older people. Hold on. But also, since I was like so smart, compared to more disabilities that were present at home, my sister was more challenged. But also my step family, like they all had intense challenges. So I was pretty much like the norm. Ironically, I have severe ADHD. But I was the baseline. So at the time she was just like, whatever, if he's pulling, you know, if he's good, I don't need to test it. And now she's like, I'm sorry I didn't. And my answer is usually just, yeah, like it would have helped. It's not so much it's just that it would have helped not have the damage from not knowing. Because there's a lot of damage from not knowing, from like being called lazy instead of knowing I have executive dysfunction, being called like someone that doesn't try, instead of understanding that like drive is really different for ADHD or anyone neurodivergence in general. Like drive, I can want to do something so fucking bad and still not do it, you know, from the executive dysfunction. So there's just a lot of bad things that I perceived myself as for so many years prior to knowing, oh, there was a cause. So all knowing earlier could have done is at the least could have helped me not build such a negative image on so many things that I'm trying to actively undo now. But it's not as easy letting go of something that was, you know, my truth for so long. Still getting told I'm fine and not getting help. So I guess I am. Like you're saying in terms of getting the diagnosis? Wait. I wish I had, I would have been so much better in school. I was so bad because I was so bored. Yeah. You know, divergent power? Hell yeah. Okay. Weird grief that comes with being diagnosed as an adult. Yeah. What could I have been? 100%. The fucking, oh shit, you know, medicated or not, just having knowledge of having that condition, especially because I like knowing everything that's wrong with me. So that's a control thing I have from trauma. My life in general, when I was a kid, like life was so challenging that one of my trauma responses was control. I need to know every aspect of this and understand why it hurts, understand my way around it, how I get through these situations. So with that same trauma response, knowing about ADHD, I would have done what I ended up doing when I did get diagnosed, which is a ton of fucking research. And I would have, like, my brain builds up a database as to why something happens, you know? Prior to not having ADHD diagnostic, why I was bad was because I was lazy, because I was blah, 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 you know? After, executive dysfunction. But having a base knowledge of why a thing happens, because I need a reason for things. If something doesn't have a reason, it pisses me off. Everything has a reason. I wonder if the theater fit me so well because I can handle that kind of organized chaos. I mean, 100%. We do really well with chaos. So I want to get myself an official diagnosis. Yes. I mean, I don't know how it works in this, because you're in the States, I believe. I'm not doxing you. I'm pretty sure you are. And I don't know how that works over there. But here, I had an extra motivation, which is taxes. Like literally disability helps with taxes. And we have like the literal the ADHD tax is a thing that's not the government, which is the amount of shit I end up spending / losing money on from the ADHD itself. Like the many subscriptions I don't remember I have until I fucking pay them again. The many bills I forget to pay, and then racks up to like, you know, with interest and blah, 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 blah. Like there's so many things, but also there's a literal disability tax, at least in Canada, but I'm pretty sure there is something like that in the States too, which helps. And like, I mean, literally all the fees I paid in medication now has a reason, right? I couldn't declare all that if I didn't have a disability. Same for like therapy, all the stuff I have to invest on my health. So I had extra motivation to get that diagnostic, not just for myself, but also for helping the rest of everything around it. That being said, now I have to always say I have it. I wouldn't not say it. But like if I was to, I don't know, get a job in something, I would say it. I would say, hey, I'm legally disabled. And it's both like bad and good, because on one end, there's supposed to be a protection against any type of discrimination towards disability. And at the same time, there is discrimination towards disability. So like there's the good of you're not allowed to outright say, oh, because of this, I'm not going to do this. But there's also the downside of sometimes they still don't want to accommodate. And then it's like they're like, so we're not going to take you type shit. So what ADHD can affect you? Yeah. Right, because you're in Canada. Yeah, look it up. If you don't have it, not only this, for at least for us, for Canada, once you get your diagnostic, they go back 10 years. They go back 10 years of your taxes, of your tax returns, and will pay you back money. I ironically, for so many years, I lived below poverty wage, so I didn't pay too many taxes, like ever. So by the time that happened, I only got like $2,000 back, but that was still $2,000 when at the time of, you know, officially being seen or being like registered as a disabled person, in Canada. Oh yeah, you need to look it up. There's so many things. There's a different variance to your RRSP. There's a RDSP. So in terms of investment, there's a ton of shit. You definitely got to look it up, especially with your diagnosis. Holy shit. But they would go back your past 10 years of taxes. And if you're someone that didn't live below poverty wage, unlike what I was doing before, they go back, yeah, regardless of how much you paid in taxes. They go back the past 10 years and they reassess all your tax returns and will adjust based on the fact that you have that disability. Ironically, I think I have to prove it every 5 years. So every 5 years, they're going to, like in 2027, they're about to check if I still have ADHD. Okay. I'm still going to have it. Shit ain't going anywhere. I had it my whole life. But I think it's just the government trying to make it trickier to, you know, just keep being fine. They did the same with my sister. My sister was disabled from birth with her disabilities. And every couple of years, they'll be like, hey, you got to prove to us that you're disabled. And then it fucks her up for a while because there's a whole amount of steps that she has to go through for her specific things to prove to the government. But yeah, definitely look it up. Look it up. Look up disability tax. Just looking that up, you're going to get a ton of results on like the CRA website and everything. This is all about Canada taxes now. How's the US? I'm pretty sure the US does have some form of still disability setup in your... Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they don't just go like, okay. Like there's a benefit, there's a downside. You are disabled. That's the real downside. It's not a fucking benefit. If I wasn't disabled, that would be a fucking benefit. But there is... Sorry, I wanted to skip this song. It was really intense in my ears for whatever reason. Too much funding has been cut for such things. Yeah, I mean, fuck, the US is a bit fucking insane. Are you looking through friends' recommendations? Nice. Okay. I feel like I was going to say something else. I know I said I had a tangent earlier, and I completely forgot that. It had to do with... Because it was something I was thinking right before stream. Shit. I don't know what I was talking about. It's gone. Shit. I don't know. Ghetto as fuck? Yeah, no. There was a point in my life where I thought I needed to move to America, especially as an actor. I thought like... I remember back in 2016, I was like, I'm supposed to move to LA by 2016. Like that was my... I was going to college 2012, 2014, those 2 years. And then I was like the ex I had in college. One of the reasons we broke up, amongst other things, was I was saying I wasn't going to stay in Montreal forever. Like I was like, hey, I'm moving. I'm going to be leaving this place. Which was true regardless of going to LA or not. I wasn't going to stay in Montreal. But I mean, there was way more reasons why that relationship didn't work out, which were me. Especially not knowing fucking ADHD, but also I didn't know like proper relationship behavior. After that relationship, I was single for 6 years. Like that one, no. Yes. Yeah. After 5 years. No, 6. I'm like doing the math in my head. I was single for a fucking long time after that because I went from like, you know, oh, it didn't work out to wait, why didn't it work out? Like, what was I wrong about? And I was wrong about a lot. And I have learned since. But sadly, I still need to meet someone that also has learned that. When it goes to you 3 hours from now, you can make Insta Reels. Oh, for like my thoughts? Yeah. I need to talk to... perfect. Man, I really forgot what my tangent was, but it was going to be a good one. Because that's what I thought about before stream. And then when it came out, I was like, yes, I'm going to tell them. Hold on, I was scrolling back up a tiny bit just to see. It was linked to something Annie said, I feel. Brain works and remembers. So until I'm fine, not getting help. Yeah, I don't remember what was bringing it. Oh, both my brothers. Oh, wow, I missed that. Both my brothers and I are diagnosed, but my parents only told my brothers. Got the info in my... Wow. It's not struggling enough for meds. God damn. Yeah, the whole fucking... I mean, it's true that it is tricky with being good at masking, right? Like, the whole shtick is even yourself, you don't know you're masking. Until you know, hey, I have this condition, and it turns out it flew under the radar because I was masking. But you're doing that unconsciously to some degree. So it's hard to, like, even half the time I question my diagnostic, not just for ADHD, because I have like so much. I have ADHD, depression, anxiety, fucking CPTSD, like, and that's just the mental ones. And then fuck that. Then I got the fucking hypermobility spectrum disorder. I got some like extremely low blood pressure, but that runs in my family, which could be linked to the hypermobility because it makes sense. It has to do with my veins and their flexibility, how much they extend, and how like my hands are actually really cold right now, even though I'm fine. But my blood flow is really horrible. My blood pressure is really horrible. My iron deficiency is really bad, even though I have a ton of iron in everything I eat. So I just have like a bunch of shit physically and mentally. So it's hard to find the one diagnostic. It's like, yes, ADHD is one, but they are, because they kind of all overlap too. Thought I could remember your yeah, a fucking tangent, man. What was it about? I feel like it was about the future. It was about what's coming or something. I don't know. I thought I struggled because it was your mental health. Well, see, that was one of the things that was interesting. So first of all, I was 23. So back in 2018, I almost got a BPD diagnostic, borderline personality disorder. And that's because my dad has it, and you pass it on through genetics, but he got his through life, not just genetics, like his life situation, because it kind of the same way trauma happens, right? But because he had it, and my mom's ADHD was unknown, like everyone knows now, she's obviously ADHD, but forever she wasn't called out for having it. Like it wasn't, hey, yes, you have ADHD. So in terms of like conditions that could have me fucked, was like, oh, that's probably the one then. I almost got a diagnostic because a bunch of shit in BPD is common to ADHD, but BPD didn't fit for me completely, which is why I didn't end up getting it fully. But until, like, you know, from then to like, that's 4 years between my almost BPD diagnostic to full ADHD diagnostic. Still so much, so there's so much overlap. The same way you could say, was I born with my ADHD? Yes, because my mom is hella ADHD, but because I have so much trauma history, including CPTSD, a lot of the symptoms that come from that are also similar to ADHD. And the only way to know that is to do a brain scan, because ADHD shows up in brain scans. Like obvious, super clear in how your brain activity works, but I don't know how the fuck to do that. But I mean, I'm 100% sure I have ADHD, and I just happen to also have a ton of trauma on top of it. But yeah, okay. I will randomly remember for sure. I mean, doctors have said that I'm very likely, but not enough for anyone to actually set. Yeah, that's what's fucked too. I mean, a quiz in general. For the longest time I thought I struggled because my mental health. No. Oh, right. And where I was going with that though was when I got my ADHD diagnostic, I was already on antidepressants. And then there was so maybe your depression anxiety is because of ADHD. So maybe the meds that deal with your ADHD will take care of that. And then it didn't. So it was like, oh, so you do have both. Like meds that manage your ADHD haven't taken your depression away. And it's true that if I wasn't medicated, I'd be fucked. It's like a literal, it's hard to, it's scary to explain to you. It's a literal, like, my brain just thinks I shouldn't be alive. Like, if I'm base, now I know, right? If I'm medicated to be at a normal 0, and 0 is like everyone's base. My medication, that's all it does. It sets me at almost the base floor of everyone. And if it's not for that, then I have such a, like, my brain shit is so low that I'm instantly, like, depressed about everything, including, like, living, existing. So I'm like, I can't ever get off meds, because you can't, it's not something that changes, you know. My baseline is -10, and the day I stop taking meds, I'll be right back to -10. Well, or within the few days it takes to get it out of my system. Like, if I don't take my antidepressants for 1 day, first of all, I'm not supposed to ever do that, but I ran out at times, and I had like, oh shit, I'm missing my dose for today. And those days are instantly so heavy by like 4 p.m. Like, I take my meds in the morning, so by the time it was 4 p.m., Laurie with a 5-month resub.
Hi everyone. Happy almost New Year.
Happy almost New Year to you. Thank you for resubscribing for 5 months. Bye Amanda. Happy New Year. So annoying to have a brain like that. Yeah, it's been something to I honestly have been so scared. There's a part of me that wants to talk about that, especially like a suicidal ideation and this is triggering, sorry. There's a part of me that's wanted to make like a really in-depth video, but at the same time, that's the type of topic that can have such a risk in exposure, because like this song is kind of good. Sorry, that's satisfying as shit in my ears, and it sounds like Linkin Park now. I might start that song again. Yeah, I've thought about making a video about that, but it's such a tricky subject because I don't want to motivate anyone to do that, you know? While at the same time, there's a part of me that wants to communicate that I live in that headspace always and forever, apparently, somehow. Only to explain it so that others that do as well could feel seen, you know? But it's a really tricky topic, sorry. Valid to get to the proper brain chemistry thanks to meds. Yeah, like it took me a while to understand that, and like others need glasses, exactly. My doctor, she's the one that not my ADHD specialist, just normal doctor, so antidepressant side of things. She's the one that broke it down to me like that, because I was feeling the shame of never being able to get off, right? Because every time I would tell people I was medicated for depression, they'd be like, oh, so how long are you on these? And every time I'd be like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't explained to me as a limit of times. And I would go back to my doctor and be like, hey, how long am I on this? And she was like, as long as you want to deal with it. And when I was explaining that, she was the one that said, well, look, you're at a -10 and these meds put you at 0. You can live in that shame, or you can accept that that's the way you end up at 0. Like, if you let go of the shame of being on meds, do you want to be at 0 at the same level as everyone? Yeah. So it comes down to that. And that helped me a ton to understand that, because I felt like that's true if I was reliant on meds, you know? Like one of the things I hate, because both my medications are stimulants, and the discourse around stimulant medication, which makes sense for anyone that doesn't need it, is like, one, the addiction side, but also all the long-term effects. Oh yeah, but you know, there hasn't been enough research on if you're on this for so long at such a high dose, it could be dangerous. And it's like, that's what I need. Like that conversation, I'm like, hey, if this is how I function, I don't give a, like, I don't know. I'm not going to be like, ooh, but I don't want to be at the dose I need. Like, sorry. And Pixel Waves, hi. We've been talking about random things, and lately most recent's been like about neurodivergence and mental diagnoses and whatnot. So that's what we're talking about. Hi, how are you? I'm going to drink a bit of water now. Yeah, long-term effect of not being medicated are 100% worse. I don't want to fucking live. Sorry. I can say it kiddingly as well, because I am medicated and I do want to live. I do understand. Turns out human experience isn't about not existing, you know? Oh yeah, the masking. Whew, I'm so glad. But I think that's what happened with COVID. Combine COVID, in my personal experience, combine COVID with blowing up online and creating, like, building a job where I didn't have to go anywhere after that, allowed me to unmask so much. If I still had a job with other people, which there's a part of me that wants to go back to that ish, it would be a much different experience of that prior to what it was before. Because I used to mask nonstop, not knowing I was masking. But now, like, the past 5-6 years almost allowed me to unmask, to really be me. And now I can barely mask. Like, if I meet someone, they're gonna fucking meet me. The chaotic me, most of the time. If I'm in, like, a situation where I feel some type of stress, like, I don't know, if it was a fucking like an event. What is it when you're supposed to mingle and shit? You know, the type of events where you're supposed to like actually, I forget the name because I hate those anyways. Where you're trying to meet people for like the business and and create connection. I hate that shit. So usually those events, I'm not gonna look all fucking crazy. Networking, that's the word. I hate that shit so much. So much of my life, so much of my work relies on having a good network, and I hate networking with a passion. Because it's fucked to me anyways, to meet people with the sole motivation of, hey, you're going to be a useful connection. Fuck no. I'm like, hey, do I want to be your friend? Not really. Sorry. Or, oh yes, then that's why I want to talk, you know? But no one's there to be your friend. They're all there to help themselves, which feels so fucked to use other people. So, not very long-term effects. Please spare me the concern about the effects. Yeah. Came back from the doctors. He said, my knees are broken. How the fuck are both your knees broken? Holy shit. Are you okay? Well, no. Sorry. Damn. I'm sorry that happened. Whatever happened. Fuck. That's like, knees are a major too. It fell on the road holding 40 pounds. Ah, fuck. Alas, you were gaslighting yourself. You were not a wuss. You had every fucking right to cry, it turns out. Damn. I hope you can come out of this in a good way. Like, I hope your healing is, I was gonna say like possible, but I mean with ease, right? Because that's crazy. Whew. God damn. I was gonna say something else. I don't know anymore. I still don't know the first tangent that I skipped and fully missed. See, I said they were gonna fucking pass out. They are out. Well, Mocha's out of my sight. Which usually means she's on the balcony. But Muffin's passed out next to me. Because they were fighting the tired. And now they're chilling. Fuck, Automod got you. Ironically, fuck got through. Was it for like, I don't know. Doctor gave me medicine, but I sing on stage and jump and dance. Yeah, you can't really do that. I hope you can figure out a way around that too. I mean, if you take away jumping and dancing, you can still potentially sing and create a different setup. Can let you be great. I don't know what the fuck you were trying to type. Listen, Automod works pretty good most of the time. It's so far it has blocked, like I want to say 90% of the time it blocks something it's supposed to block. You know, if it's not in the context you're saying it, it's something that could be bad in a different context. I said stuff in the mirror. You ain't a punk booty bitch. Oh, punk ass bitch. No wonder that got, because so Automod isn't thinking, it doesn't know you're talking about yourself, right? It doesn't know you're saying that to yourself. It just sees those words and thinks, hey, that is derogatory towards the streamer, because that's part of the filters. If someone is trying to insult me. So that's the norm for why Automod works that way. Because if you call someone a punk ass bitch, Automod would be like, hey, are you like, that's potentially insulting the streamer. Doctor tells you can easily do so much more damage. More damage? Yeah, like definitely think about recovery more than, I understand if it's your job too, and like not being able to sing on stage would mess you up in other ways. That's why I'm saying I really hope you find a solution. But there's always the thought of, do you want to do more damage now, or do you take recovery the most serious so that you can get back to all the stuff much sooner? That's a problem I've had with my mom. Has been chronically injured for many years. Like when I was a teen, she was injured for 5 years from her work, and then she went back to school, learned a whole new discipline, a whole new job, career, And then within that new career got injured, and I think it's been 3 or 4 years that she hasn't been able to work. But half the time she does like all the physio stuff she has to do, all the stuff she has to do. But at the same time, there's a bunch of shit that I'm like, don't do that. Like, there's some shit. My mom's a singer, so she loves, I don't know, it's like old, and she loves going to this bar where they do like karaoke, you know? She's like a star at that bar, as far as I know. But I'm like, you're going out, having drinks, like not drinking that much, but my mom isn't, I don't know, she's 61. She's not old, but not young, you know? But there's a bunch of shit where I'm like, come on, like I get it, but also be smart. And she forced herself to go back to work too many times, from like, oh, I got hurt, but I need to get back. And then literally it wouldn't fix itself and it would get worse. And that's why after many years, she's still not back to work. A certain amount of people with serious, and also, bye Sativa. After Jet, it's been so wonderful. Yeah. Remember to look into the whole disability tax. Holy shit. You're missing out on a bunch. Okay, wait. Yeah, we definitely listen to the doctor. I know an absurd amount of people with serious long-term knee problems because they, yeah, exactly. Like my mom is exactly a good example of that. Of always trying to get back to work faster. Like right now, she still tries sometimes to go to work, and she has to wear a fucking belt, like because her latest injury was, well, the past 3-4 years have been serious because it was a spine and cranial, like it. So it's bad for her back and her brain. That was like it's a really bad one. And she has to wear a fucking support belt. Like, you know, the ones you wear on your, like, on your core, on your stomach if you're working out type shit. Like, I don't know. She has to wear a physio belt to be able to do work. And sometimes she will go to work. And it's like, the doctors tell her, if you still need to wear this, you do not go to work. When we're considering sending you to work, it has to be, you can work completely whole day without wearing this. And it's like this back and forth. But at the same time, my mom doesn't like sitting around, you know? It makes sense. So there's like the challenge of how much sitting around versus how much are you going to get tired of doing that and want to get back to work instead. That's why she switched careers in the first place. It was like she couldn't do the other career she had before. So she wanted another career. It's just so ironic that it came back. Like, not came back, but she got hurt again. I don't know. But it makes sense because she probably has a lot of the hypermobility because her issues have been physical, obviously, her injuries. And I think since I have hypermobility spectrum disorder, I think she probably has it too. And every way she got injured makes sense from a standpoint of having a bad, like your body being weak in many of the places, you know? Oh yeah, 100% is genetic. Yeah. And a lot of that makes like hella sense. So I don't know. Your dog's been so sassy. Yeah. It is genetic. I mean, the whole, like, even the low blood pressure, my grandma had that. My mom's mom had that. The iron deficiency runs in the family. The blood pressure runs in the family. I didn't know. I have extremely low blood pressure. To this day, every month, my ADHD specialist calls me before he renews my prescription. Every fucking month, I get a phone call. And it's like a 30-second phone call. Hi. Are your meds still working? Yes. Did you check your blood pressure? Yeah, it's actually below normal. Really low. Okay, cool. I'll send a new prescription. Bye. All he wants to know is that it's not high. And I'm like, you are afraid that my blood pressure would be high because of the meds. And I'm telling you, it is really low below normal. If the meds are raising my pressure, that means without those fucking meds, my blood pressure is to the floor. So I'm like, shouldn't we be worried the other way around? And he's like, I just need to know it's not high. And I'm like, okay, cool, awesome, man. Hypermobility is very genetic. Like rubber people, it's super common with ADHD as well. Well, because it makes sense. If you have one disability, ironically, like, right, if your body has one thing that it doesn't do to its full capability, it's got other shit. Like, that's why I'm supposed to wear glasses. That's why I got a bunch of other issues. Like, it makes sense. Oh, I have a body that doesn't do everything complete in the brain. Well, it also doesn't do everything complete in the body, you know? So, wait, around TikTok being gay is genetic. You know, I think to some degree, because it's super common to be like in families where someone is. I think there's some validity to that. Because it's something you're born with too, right? Like, even if you don't know because you don't discover it until later, like a lot of the times it's a thing you're born with. And I think that could be in genetics for sure. But also it would be hard to be like, I don't think it's like the only way. So it's not like there could be a genetic pathogen that would never be gay type shit. Is a comorbidity with ADHD. Yeah. My eye shit is what pisses me off, I think, because I hate wearing glasses. My eyes are like, because I have one eye that's like positive and the other one's negative, so it pisses me off because I can't have balance no matter what. They didn't get weak in the same direction. They went opposite. One's good from afar and the other one's fucking bad from afar. Yeah. Scheduling. That's a place in Banff? Just from the name of it, I was like, what is that, Iceland? I guess not. Ski joring? I don't know. In Banff. I've never been to Banff. There's also a part of me that like, I'm like, oh, Banff seems so cool. Oh, wait, it's in Alberta? Like, it's, I think it's the line between Alberta and BC. And like, there's a part of Banff that's in BC. And like, if all of Banff was in BC, I would suddenly feel way better about it. But Alberta is like this one province that I'm like, oh, this is the Texas of Canada. Or this like southern states type shit. That's very much the energy there, you know? The only thing Alberta had that I vibe with is their airport looks like a fucking cottage house. Like, it literally just looks like a ski shack. It's so tiny and vibey in a way. It's just fucking empty fields. I only ended up in that airport for like an hour once. Drinking whiskey, wearing fur coats, cowboy hats. Oh yeah, exactly. And like wishing for more oil pipeline and saying our government is bad. You know, anytime I'm on TikTok and I get a lot of the fucking American politics on my TikTok. I'm Canadian. Like, to some degree I care, and to some degree I really don't give a shit, as long as it doesn't affect me. I just think it's fucked. But so many times when I open the comments, I'm shown the comments that are like, oh yeah, Canada should do like Trump. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But instantly, when I read those, I'm like, okay, you're in Alberta. Like, you're not in BC. You're not in Montreal. Like, of course, there's some people like that everywhere. But like, obviously, the majority of those people are within the same areas. Because no matter how bad our government's doing, I would never think that we should be more like America. Like, no matter what, it's really the other way around. We need to go way more to the. Is it the left? I don't even know left versus right meaning. Like, I did and I don't. I don't know. One of the provinces I don't. Oh yeah, no, you're not missing out. I mean, honestly, within Canada, I haven't been to many of the provinces, but within Canada, I think you would want to see BC because it's gorgeous. British Columbia is fucking, like, nature is gorgeous. The weather is the nicest here too, like, compared to the rest of the country. That's not true, because like Montreal has amazing weather in the summer. Like, Montreal in the summer is better than Vancouver in the summer. But regardless, like, BC in general is gorgeous as fuck. That's definitely something to see for the nature. Montreal, or Quebec. Quebec as a whole, all right. Montreal is like culture central, amazing, incredible. Like my favorite place. Technically, if it wasn't for winter, I would not leave Montreal. If Montreal had the weather that Vancouver had, I would fucking be over there. Holy shit. The culture there is the best. Because there's heart and art. That's like a key thing over there. And like a seizing of life type thing. And then Toronto, like Ontario is nice-ish. Toronto is a little too business for me, but it's still something to see, you know? Still something to experience. But I don't know that I would spend more than a weekend there, which is all I ever spent there. 3 days. Net? Oh, Northwest Territory? I don't know about there, but that would be like also nature, I assume, right? Like I'm thinking the islands to the right too, like Prince Edward Islands and like Nova Scotia and shit is like a sight to be seen. Potentially. But everything between Ontario and BC, you're fine. So fucking Alberta, Regina, fucking, I don't even know all the goddamn provinces. Oh no, not Regina, that's Saskatchewan. I was like, wait, which one's the city? Which one's the province? Saskatchewan, fucking Manitoba. Yeah, you're good. Friends of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, see? So those are set. Well, you're not missing out much though. Those places are just bit something. BC and Quebec and Toronto are on the list. Yeah. You definitely want to go. I think if anyone ever takes a trip to Canada in the summer, you should head out Montreal because the culture there is a whole different level. I promise you, if the weather was nice in Montreal, I'm not the only one. Like I say, I would live in Montreal forever if it was like nice like Vancouver has. Nice. Like if it had rain instead of fucking minus 30, minus 40 snow in the winter, Montreal would be a major city in the world. It's already still one of the major cities, but it would be like higher up, 1000%, because the culture there is insane. Like Montreal in the summer has 2 festivals every week, 2 different festivals. You have the Jazz Fest, French Fest, the fucking Comedy Fest. Like there's like a week for graffitis, like literally art everywhere, all over the city. Everything is like art related. There's performance everywhere. They'll block off streets. It's so sick. Like in the summer, if you go, it's a nice sunny day, especially on like a weekend. If you go to any park, it's a bunch of groups of people like set up to like chill out, drink, have snacks, whatever, picnics type shit. Like everyone seizes the opportunity on a nice day. Except me, I liked hanging out inside. But, you know, visited my parents when they lived outside Toronto. Plans to travel around to other areas, but COVID hit. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Toronto's like, I don't know, you spend 3 days. Ontario, the city, not just the province, but the city, is something. Like, it's kind of nice. That's where our parliament is. It's something to see, like, once. Of a man who won an island. And it's just a chunk of ice. First of all, I don't know how you win an island. And then I'm not surprised if it's just a chunk of ice. I have to add this. I don't know what it is. My music feels like it got so intense. My volume isn't higher, but Montreal you 100% have to add Montreal to your travel list, but never any other time of the year. They'll go there in the fall. Spring is all right. Spring is kind of like the teaser for summer, so it's nice, but fall is instantly the teaser for winter. So you don't want to be in Montreal in the fall either. Like anything after September, fuck that. Mid-September, I'm already like, get me out of there. But fucking May is nice for like late spring and stuff. June, July, August, best time. July, August is peak because you're gonna have also like all the festivals and shit. Oh. Okay, wait. I'm going there for my friends, and then nature is second place. Just had a coworker doing Prince Edward, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Wow. Yeah, like those places are like gorgeous to experience. For sure. Intrigued about those places as well. I guess I'll just stay in Canada for 3 weeks. Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's sad for like BC being across the whole country and like it's not close across, you know. It's a big country. Because otherwise, if you just go like east, there's a lot to experience, and then there's a whole bunch of nothing, and then BC. Honestly, I want to go back to Vancouver Island. Yeah. Or that's VC. That's what you meant by that. I haven't been. I live by it. I could take a ferry, and I haven't been. During winter, and I froze my ass off. Jesus, yeah. What are you and Raina up to? Me and Raina are not up to anything because we are not together. So Raina's up to her own stuff, and I'm up to this. Sorry to break it to you. I actually privated all those videos really recently. I was keeping them because I needed to build. I still need to build like the watch hours on YouTube and shit. But at some point I was like, I need to not care for those watch hours that I'll lose, because it was sending the wrong representation of, oh, the videos as a couple, because we're not. So the links, oh no, they're private. They're like gone. Sorry. I made them not unlisted because I didn't want them to. There's nothing in there. You're not missing much, you know. All the funny moments were because we were funny, but we don't need that no more. It's all good. You got the good stuff, don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, but also, how are we vibing? Like, should I end soon? I'm for sure gonna end by 4 p.m. It's 3:26 right now. More portfolio stuff. Oh. Yeah, it's all right. It didn't really work out. There was some pretty severe issues. But, you know, she's living her best life. I saw, you know, that was something that pissed me off. So I almost made a video because it pissed me off. I was on TikTok, and, you know, there's always like the videos of like when I found my spark again. And you'll see like the transition of like it's true. Like someone looked like they didn't have their spark, and then over time, over the videos, you see them gain their spark again. But this guy made this video saying the post-relationship glow down. And I relate extremely because I have very much glowed down ever since. And all the comments were this like, well, the one that has a glow up after the relationship is the one that was like suffering in that relationship. And the one that glows down is the one that caused it. And it's not always accurate. And at least there were some comments being like, well, actually, if you're dealing with a lot of the times, if you're like in a relationship where there's any type of like narcissistic abuse or like just, like bad abuse, those people tend to bounce back and have a glow up. The bad, I'm not saying she's bad in that particular context. And I had an insane glow down. I almost made the same video saying the glow down is real because I wanted to be like, fuck all those comments. I had a fucking glow down, and I know damn fucking well I wasn't in the wrong. But sadly, I definitely did glow down. I see. Oh man, TikTok did something for the end of the year. It made a TikTok for me. It suggested a 2025 TikTok, and it was a compilation of moments of my videos, which I barely made any. But through that, you literally see a crazy glow down. And I was like, no, I don't like this. This is not good. It makes me feel really bad. But it's okay. Yeah, I know. I'm glad that some comments had this guy's back, but way too many people were like, what did you do? Huh? Why are you the one having a glow down? And I was like, no. Like, I understand. It's true. Sometimes a relationship sucks the life out of you, and then once you're out of it, you gain your life back. And sometimes a relationship sucks the life out of you, and once you're out of it, you still don't have life in you. That's what causes a glow down. Is like the life is still being sucked out of you as the aftermath. That's pretty much the most accurate like comparison I can make, I guess. I'm working on living the best life. I'm not quite living it. I'm living in an okay life. I'm not living a bad life, which has been, thankfully, the trajectory of 2025 is that I at least went back to a okay life. I mean, no way living my best life or a great life, but I'm okay. And that's good. So, especially after absolutely shit. I say relationship because he ghosted when I wanted to make. Oh, whoa. Close down? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, because it all depends on what everything that happens does to you, right? If it affects, if you're someone that can, if you can bounce back from that situation, from it not being so damaging, then great. And then you will get a glow up, you know? But also, if the shit damages you enough, like now, especially now, I know like how bad it can get. This was my first time experiencing grief, and it is grief of who I was and who I had created in my own perception of me. I had to grieve the full potential, I thought. So it was my first time. I've experienced death in my family and close ones, but I was younger and already fucking traumatized by so many things that I barely had feelings. So this was my first time experiencing grief, like the full stages of grief. And I was grieving the relationship, and I was grieving like what I thought was me, what I thought was us, what I thought was my life, you know? That was my first experience of that. And now I can understand and relate people going through grief that are grieving. Wait. Okay. Often when a person still has to work through things, one glows up. When things are healed, one doesn't heal the second the relationship ended. Yeah. I had a very mentally and emotionally abusive relationship, and I definitely glowed down. Exactly. The fucking, the especially like damaging abusive stuff, because that doesn't just go away, you know? It's not like, it would be great. I am actively trying to tell myself, hey, this was this situation. And, but I talked about that, I think 2 weeks ago or something, or no, because I hadn't streamed. Some stream ago, I talked about how I realized that one of the things that this specific thing did is that it wrecked, in my head, my whole life, I made shit happen. If it was in my power, I made it happen. I made it work. Because it's just a thing I have. ADHD, mostly. ADHD and good passion and drive. So I made shit happen. And this was the first time that I put as much effort, that relationship, I put as much effort as I did in everything else, but this was the first time it didn't happen. That in fact, it went the other direction. That it didn't just not work out. It got bad. So that one was a shock to my system that I only realized like last month, that, whoa, this suddenly took away my belief that I could make anything happen. And I wasn't realizing. That's why I was quitting acting. I was thinking about, I'm still kind of thinking about quitting social media half the time. But that was like a shock I didn't realize that did. Is that it changed that whole belief in my head. Not anymore. Ever since I noticed, whoa, this was what was actively affecting me. It was almost pretty much my first real failure in that sense. I always knew if anyone's involved, it might fail. If I'm the only one involved, it's not going to, because I have that fucking drive. And that was the first time, but I wasn't the only one involved. But in my head, it felt like, so emotionally abusive. It was my first serious relationship ever. Same, too. It was the first time I had a relationship longer than 4 months. Been glowing down for what feels like 15 years post bad breakup. Finally was feeling better. Yeah, that's why, shit. Everything says 2026 is supposed to be better. For my fucking astrology, also in general, I think obviously it's bound to just get better because I've been getting better and better. But yeah. Grief of the version of the future one would have built. Yes. I thought about making a video about that. There's half the time I don't make videos about a thing because I'm not through dealing with it. And then another half of the time, well, I guess half is not a good representation. A part of the time is because I'm not it's because I'm not done getting through with it. Another part of the time is actually because I got done with it and my brain can't go there. Like it just doesn't, it's gone. So that I'm like, oh shit, I can't make a video about this. So there's like, it's so tricky sometimes to make these videos. And at the same time, it's not. It's odd. Such a like, I've been. Oh fuck, man! This one I've been so afraid to say out loud, but I need to eventually come to terms with it. Hold on, I'm gonna move on in 2026. Yeah, you should definitely make a video on how to help yourself get through this. Well, the thing is, I don't fucking know how I did it. That's the thing. It's hard to make a video because I can't even guide someone, you know? Like, all I can say is I stumbled my way through. I can, at least in hindsight, put words to it. I can give it a name. I can know what was happening. But then when it comes to real solutions, all I can say is I don't know. I kept going. And also the thing I was afraid to, that I've been afraid to say out loud is, and a topic I've been considering making a video about is the past, I think 2 months, I fell into gaming addiction, but actually addiction. It got bad against everything else in my life. Really, really bad. So, you know, when I made a story a few days ago saying like, shit's been bad and it's my fault, that's actually true. I fell into, and it's not just like, haha, I like this game. Games became my escape from things that really were not doing well. And then it became a not even second thought. It was like, I will just hop on a game. And that was the only space. And I couldn't see myself doing anything, like doing any real work, any real functioning thing. All my life was, for the past 2 months, wake up, feed myself, deal with the dogs throughout the day, take care of those dogs. My life has literally just been survive, care for dogs, game, to a bad degree. I'm working on that now a bit more, but I've been literally ashamed to say that I fell into that addiction because it feels like such a fucking joke. The video can be you don't need a solution. Yeah. Why not journal about it? Yeah, journaling is good and not. I like journaling in terms of actually dealing with something. I have this thing where it's dumb. Well, it's not dumb. So on one end, some things you just want to get past. Like you want to learn and then get through and move on. And journaling does that for me. And then the downside of it is sometimes I literally move on so much that I instantly forget. I forget the lesson I just learned. I journaled about it. My brain came to a conclusion with it. There was closure and suddenly I forget. And then I repeat the fucking pattern a couple months later or a year later, 2 years later, because my brain shut off. There was closure. It closed that content. Like, so there's the battle in my mind of, do I never set closure and therefore always, I don't repeat those things, but I always live in that suffering state? Or do I make sure I have closure, live a little bit more at peace, but have the cycle repeat later on because my brain ultimately forgets and repeats just from how it works. ADHD. Very normal pattern for ADHD peeps. The addiction, the gaming addiction, or yeah. I think the comfort of knowing anyone else is in it and don't know how to get out is confirming. Yeah. It's good you're saying this out loud. It's honestly been so scary to say. I've actually been, this has been like every single day I didn't stream is because I chose to just game. And then ironically, if I was like, fuck, I need to stop this fucking addiction thing because I know how bad it goes against against all the shit I need to achieve in life, then streaming was also bad for that because, oh shit, I'm going to go live and I'm going to game. So on one end, I was either actually getting lost in the gaming addiction, or I was like, no, I need to not. And therefore I was like, so I can't stream because I'll be gaming. And then I would still game. It was a fucking cycle of self-sabotage. It still is. I'm just dealing with it a bit more. And that's why it feels weird. But honestly, this creatine the past 2 days is the first time I can stop myself. I played before going live, but I stopped. I actually turned off the game and went live. That's like same shit. Yesterday I did my gaming, but I also did the shit I wanted to do. Crazy. A valid addiction as anything else, and also a hard one to overcome. Yeah, it's been it's also interesting because it's something I like, you know. It's almost like if it was drugs, it would be easy to say it's bad, cut it. I don't play Sims, no. I've been playing like Battlefield 6 and Where Winds Meet. 2 different types of games, but both really good games. But yeah, because I enjoy it at its core. Because gaming isn't bad, and I do enjoy the games. The bad is the post, anything that goes beyond what is good for me. Anytime I choose gaming over something that shoulds are like a risky word, but anytime I choose gaming over a real consequence, that's a sign of addiction. And I have done that way too many times. Dosage makes the poison. Huh. Addiction is addiction. Yeah. Since it's very relaxing, helps me honestly slow down. I always need like a mission. I already did one thing that helped me lately, and I talked about that when I showed everyone the eye trick to turn on your right brain. That stream doesn't exist because it didn't save. Oopsies. It was only a memory for those that were here. One of the things I switched was because so activating your right brain, really good for you. Really good to actually be in the moment and handle life. There's a whole really good video about it that I posted in Discord, actually, so it should still be there. And get the fuck out of here with that. Ever since, because I realized, hey, I spend all this fucking time gaming, but at no point do I feel like I am in a play state that triggers my right brain. It's because I had all these rules to gaming. I was trying to achieve this, trying to achieve that. So ever since now, if I'm doing something in a game that's bad, I'm like, fuck it. Time to fuck around and be bad then. I can't have the rule of needing to perform and be good. I'll just be bad. Fuck around, go. And then it's helped already with at least my brain. Then it is, well, especially with school. I'm watching you at Olive Garden right now. Whoa! At Olive Garden? Isn't that like a restaurant? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I only know, like, yeah. They have the bread or some shit. I've never been. I don't know if we have that in Canada even. Salt is toxic over a threshold, right? So are many other things. Yeah. Which is true. Like, technically, my meds are a really bad drug. That's why everyone's so afraid of the high dose. But I'm still within the normal, healthy dose. But, like, because technically it's meth. But not meth. So it's true. The right dosage is like anything has a right dose, and then there's a beyond that. Easy to hyperfixate? Yeah. 7 PA. So I'm not sure if it's in Canada. Yeah. I think I don't think we have it, but it's a restaurant. Yeah. So you're just at a restaurant watching a stream. Well, I'm glad. If I'm company for your dinner, that's great. I am gonna stop streaming soon, actually, because my throat is starting to hurt, no matter how much water I drink. And I've been needing to go to the bathroom, so I think I'm gonna end it in 2 minutes. It'll be 3:45. Oh, well, I was gonna honestly come up with obviously like a conclusion to the stream, not just say bye. I don't know that I have something I'm excited for 2026, especially because it's starting. I'm starting pretty low, right? So the one thing that's good about 2026 is that it can only go up. And that's good. It's going to have to go up, and I don't feel a dread because I know, yeah, the direction from here is up. But I don't have that excitement of starting 2026 because it's starting at low. Like, my problems aren't gone in 2 days. they're in fact going to be very real for the next 2-3 months, maybe, as I work through them to come back up. And some of that being a result of the gaming addiction and stuff. But I'm hopeful. I don't know. Hope is a tricky. Obviously, yes, you know. Oh wait, my sister or Lori, sister's going to get engaged. Whoa! Oh well, shit! I said it out loud. God damn it. Yeah. There's a battle between within my mind. A part that's like, of course I'm hopeful. And then there's a part that's like, hey man, hope? Come on, shit been dark. What do you mean? Obviously I'm hopeful. Like the main point is, yeah, I hope things keep getting better. But I never have something I look forward to in a way. Also because that's one of my ways to live in the moment anyways. It's one of the bad things. I'm not building towards something because having a goal in the future pressures me and pisses me off. So instead, usually I'm just trying to be happy today. And overall, there's a journey that happens, which I think is great in a mindfulness way. I think it's going to get better. It can't be much worse. And what I can say is, yes, 2025 was shit. But it's already been less shit. Ironically, for the past 2 months, I've been dealing with the shit. But I somehow, at the same time, started getting better in my head. So even though some of it was bad, like it already feels like it started the upward slope. And, you know, it's bound to do the same. I think at the very least, it's a year worth going for. We can just leave this shit year behind. Also, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what I got. It's gonna be nice. Hopefully. Let's see what we can get up to. Sorry if I'm not like, hey, life's gonna be great. We're all gonna fucking become millionaires. I don't know. We'll see. The least we can do is keep going. That's my mindset anyways, is regardless, I have to be alive every day and do the shit. I don't like Ted Lasso. I've watched... I don't know if I've seen that speech, actually. I might have. It was too predictive. Predictive. Too easy to predict. Too much repeating. I think I watched 3 seasons. Or 2 and I stopped at the 3rd one. Some shit like that. Sadly, it got a little too repetitive. Is that the word I said at first? I don't know. Maintaining something is also a goal. Yeah. That cherishing and maintaining what I have. Yeah. I think it's figuring out what I want because I got lost there. I don't know what I want. So I got to figure that out. And maybe I will. And I hope that you also find... Here's my real take on, first of all, New Year resolution. Fuck that, okay? At any time, resolution is now. Fuck a New Year thing. And fuck that pressure of, right, this is the year and it go... Because saying this is the year that blah, blah, blah goes against every other year. And that's a negative, like, I have to do better than what happened. Just... Hey, I want to do this thing. Do this thing right now. Yeah, I love Stranger Things. I'm so ready for the last episode. This season was actually really great. Like, I ended up binging the second half. I was watching one episode a day for the first half of that season. And the second half, I did it all in one night. Except the, last half hour of the, 7th episode. Because the dogs were like, fuck you, you're not watching TV anymore. But, yeah. I also gotta go in a minute, as in, yeah. But yeah, my take on resolutions is just, you want to change something, do it now. Not tomorrow, not this year. Just adjust. Whatever's in your capability to just change, and you want to, do it. And one of the best tricks with that, if you are trying to set some goals for yourself, that's a real psychological thing from Atomic Habits, a great book. Don't say like, I want to do this. Become the person that does. So, for example, if you say, I want to quit smoking, you don't say, hey, I really want to quit smoking. You say, I'm not a smoker. That's going to stick with you much more. I'm not a smoker. Like when I quit drinking, it wasn't, hey, I want to quit drinking. It's, I'm sober. I'm sober. I don't. And now I'm like, I don't know. I can have a drink a year or whatever. But yeah, the songs are we're running out of good songs. Either way, that's honestly the best tip though, is say the person that is, right? You don't say I'm trying to be, I hope to be an actor. I'm an actor now. Whatever you're trying to do. In the same way of, I want to do well, I want to be okay. I'm okay. I am the person that can be okay already. So everything you want to be, you already are. That is a much better note to end this stream on. So on that note, Happy New Year to everyone. I'll be back literally on the 1st. So first day of the year, we'll be like, yeah. And maybe we'll game, maybe we'll just chat. I don't know. I don't know where I'm feeling with games, especially now that you know a bit more of where my tension is with games. I'm gaming every day regardless. So, you know, that's a whole shtick. Oh, you clipped it. Aw. Slash part can be its own video. Oh, I'll check it out for sure. I'll save that. Awesome. Thank you for that. Happy New Year, everyone. And enjoy yourself, okay? No matter what. Be someone that's kind to you. Just right now and always. I am kind to myself. And so are you. Okay. Bye.